Prepare to be captivated as we embark on a mind-bending journey through the cosmos, exploring the awe-inspiring realm of space travel and the astonishing discoveries that would remain forever hidden if not for our daring expeditions beyond Earth's bounds. Buckle up and brace yourself for a voyage of discovery, where we unravel the tantalizing secrets that lie beyond our atmospheric confines. Light speed, warp speed, we all speed toward the great unknown. Space exploration and space travel aren't limited to only astronauts. Some, if not all, of the fascinating discoveries would not have been possible without the use of technology, from space probes to rovers to radio and light waves. Let's take a closer look at how the science behind interstellar exploration led to the knowledge and advancements we know today. Here are 10 discoveries we wouldn't have without space travel. 1. Traversable wormholes. Einstein's theory of general relativity, proposed in 1915, expands on space and time, which he initially theorized in 1910. However, Einstein didn't consider gravity, and he discovered that massive objects warp space-time through gravity. General relativity mentions how wormholes are curved regions of space-time that connect two distant points like a tunnel. Even though scientists haven't directly observed these in nature, and no proof of their existence is available to confirm the theory, scientists suggest that any wormhole would be extremely unstable. If anything were to pass through, the tunnel would collapse and the matter would be cut off and disappear, trapped in whatever remote part of space the wormhole led to. 2. Marsquakes. You've heard of earthquakes. Now get ready for Marsquakes. NASA's InSight lander, launched in 2018, has measured 3 separate quakes on the red planet. On September 18, 2021, on its 1000th day on Mars, InSight measured a 4.2 tremor that lasted for an hour and a half. The average quake on Earth only lasts for about 30 seconds. These Marsquakes provide valuable insight into the planet's composition, how it was formed, and how these tremors travel through Mars' crust, mantle, and core. It was a close call for the lander to even detect these Marsquakes, though, due to the planet's elliptical orbit taking it farther from the Sun, causing InSight to use heaters to stay warm and not receive even solar energy in its panels. 3. Surviving the death of a star. Scientists discovered 4,324 exoplanets in 2020. Since then, the total has risen to 4,903. But in September 2020, a giant Jupiter-sized planet called Voyagers 1856 was found orbiting a white dwarf star. Even though this star is a dwarf, it's 40% larger than Earth. Dwarf stars are the dense leftovers of a sun-like star that has emitted all of its energy, swollen, and then ejected its outer layers, losing up to 80% of its mass and leaving only a dense core. Any nearby objects are typically engulfed by the star's mass and burnt up during this process, which, in this system, would have been WD 1856b. Somehow, the planet 7 times larger than the dwarf star got extremely close and managed to stay in one piece. 4. Asteroid mining. While mining asteroids is a trope in science fiction novels, primarily for the galaxies that have used up a planet's resources and looked for other options for fuel, it may just become a reality. The OSIRIS-REx spacecraft launched in 2016 and traveled to the asteroid Bennu, which is close to Earth. The purpose of this mission is to collect a sample of rocks and materials from the asteroid's surface to better understand its chemical makeup, how life and planets form, and if asteroids hold material that Earthlings might find viable. OSIRIS-REx's planned return to Earth in 2023 will bring its handlers a host of extraterrestrial samples for study. 5. Voyagers' discoveries. In August 1977, Voyager 1 was launched to observe Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. In September 1977, Voyager 2 was launched with the same objective of exploring our solar system's outer limits and the impact of the Sun's reach. The Voyager spacecraft travel at about 38,000 miles per hour or 17 kilometers per second. Since their launches over 40 years ago, the two have discovered ice-covered moons, deep space volcanoes, and evidence of water on other planets. Jupiter's moon, Io, has a volcano with 10 times more activity than the volcanic activity on Earth. 6. Black hole area theorem. You know black holes, right? Can the voids that consume matter let nothing, not even light, escape? In 1971, Stephen Hawking proposed the theory that black holes can't decrease in size over time, also known as the black hole area theorem. It primarily functions on the thermodynamic principle of entropy, which is a system's thermal energy converted into mechanical work. So heat into movement. After 50 years of being proposed, researchers in 2021 finally proved Hawking's theory by analyzing the gravitational waves produced by black holes. Scientists calculated the surface area of the two holes before and after they merged and discovered that the area was greater than the sum of the two separate black holes. 7. Space dust. Without space travel, we never would have discovered that 5,200 tons of space dust are added to Earth every year. Space dust is visible in the sky and is otherwise known as zodiacal light that diffuses a faint glow often seen at sunset or sunrise. Over a 20-year study, scientists gathered data on what and how these particles were occurring. Space dust consists of comets, asteroids, and interstellar dust passing through the solar system. Though most particles range from a few molecules to 0.1 millimeters, this dust contains organic compounds formed by stars at the beginning and end of their lives. So next time you go to clean, maybe hang on to those dust bunnies. They might just be from space. 8. A day on Venus. The length of Venus's day changes by 20 minutes every orbit. At least it used to. A group of scientists got together and conducted a decade-long research mission using radar to bounce light waves off of the planet to measure its axial tilt, the size of its core, and how long it takes to complete an orbit. If scientists ever want to send missions to Venus, the spin and orbital length must be exact. Otherwise, a spacecraft could land 20 miles off course and severely impact the mission. The research team discovered that one day on Venus is the equivalent of 243 Earth days and some change. The discrepancy they previously encountered was due to the thick, fast-moving clouds in Venus's atmosphere, which alter the planet's spin. 9. Dwarf galaxies. In 2021, scientists discovered a new tiny galaxy, only 1% of the Milky Way size. It's still developing and in the early stages of its expansion. Still, scientists were able to find it by gravitational lensing, where large objects bend and magnify light, which creates a sense of what is there and what is not, like a photonegative. Now, this new galaxy is not the first of its kind. There are 20 dwarf galaxies floating around in the Milky Way, but finding them wouldn't have been possible without the minds and technology behind space travel. 10. The fifth force. 4 fundamental forces govern spacetime: gravity, electromagnetic, strong nuclear, and weak nuclear. The standard model of physics combines all of these forces, but scientists can't stop picking at a healing wound and conducted experiments that verify the standard model is incomplete. It doesn't unify gravity with the other 3 forces, nor does it explain the dark matter that makes up 96% of the universe. So they started looking at beauty quarks and the process of their decay, which just so happens to create a set of light particles through the weak force. As we come to the close of our awe-inspiring journey through the realms of space travel and exploration, we stand in awe of the countless discoveries that have been made possible by venturing beyond the confines of our home planet. From the profound understanding of Earth's climate to the life-saving advancements in medicine, our voyage has illuminated the immense impact of space exploration on our daily lives. If you found our video informative, kindly subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on our videos.